Welcome to another episode of Married with Video Games. I'm your host, Matthew.
I'm your host, Christina.
And I made Christina play Dispatch.
That was such a long pause.
Well, I was hoping for superhero music.
I was not that coordinated. I don't even know where my phone is. It's not in my pocket. It is. You can also probably hear a washing machine because it's very loud. Normally it's the dishwasher, so.
It is, yeah. That's more rhythmic and soothing.
This is just loud and obnoxious.
I would agree with that, but it's also we just do laundry all day, so
constantly.
It's just how it is at this point.
Correct.
Welcome to our lives. 2 children now.
Yes. Yeah, I went into labor the night after we recorded our spooky podcast.
Literally the next evening. Or was it that evening?
No, it was that evening. We recorded it at like 8 p.m. and my water broke at 1:20 a.m.
So hi.
It's been a couple 6 weeks.
It's been a while.
Yes.
We're back. We should hopefully have time to do our year-end roundup.
Yeah, I'll listen to last year's and get what we normally talk about. And then we had some thoughts about Game of the Year things, Game Award things.
Yeah, I have actual commentary about it this year.
Oh.
Some mostly positive. Mostly a lot about Control.
Well, yeah, let's save that for that one. Anyway. Otherwise, we'll just talk about Control for 25 minutes and not Dispatch.
But, okay, you play as Mecha Man, or Robert Robertson III. Your suit is destroyed.
I can't talk. I got a relative with a name very similar.
Your suit is destroyed and career is seemingly over until a lifeline is extended by a superhero named Blue Blazer.
Blonde Blazer.
Is it Blonde Blazer?
Yeah.
Oh, I said
because she's blonde.
Oh, I said Blue Blazer. Maybe I was thinking Blue Beetle, which is not in there at all. That's
no, I'm like, what is
Blue Beetle is its own thing. Blonde Blazer, who offers you a job at SDN, the Superhero Dispatch Network. The promise to rebuild your suit is on the table. My screen just shut off, so I lost my thing. The promise to rebuild your suit is on the table, but you have to dispatch the Z-Team, a group of former villains. Will you be able to get this ragtag group working together? Take this hilarious journey to find out.
That's pretty good.
Pretty darn funny. Dispatch was released on October 22nd, 2025 on PlayStation 5 and PC. We played it on Steam. And I said punch up reviews here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One Punch Man.
Well, I was more thinking of...
I know.
I think it is Punch Up. Isn't that his
Yeah, the little Irish dude. Mm-hmm. Okay, Metacritic. 8.9 from critics. 90 from users.
Okay.
I went to GameSpot for the positive and the negative. There is one mixed review, but I didn't like it, so we just went with what?
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Because, Okay. GameSpot, positive. A lot of Dispatch is a carefully curated illusion, one that hides how powerless you really are to impact the story. Between shifts, you'll guide Robert through this new period of his life, meeting and interacting with coworkers, flirting with potential love interests, and striving to find a way to be Mecha Man again. Each branch in dialogue grants anywhere between 2 and 3 choices, and a timer encourages you to stay glued in order to make a quick decision that still takes into account the subtleties of each option. But it's clear that Dispatch is designed with the intent that you should be making these decisions on the spot with your gut reaction. Consequences be damned.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought that was nice and succinct.
Yep.
GameSpot negative. Wow, it is apparently really long.
Yeah.
I pulled these a while ago. It's a familiar setup for anyone who played the Telltale adventure games back in the day or similar titles, but Dispatch makes one notable deviation from this long-used format, and it's made weaker for it. You cannot choose to have Robert stay silent. In Dispatch, the game auto-picks one of the available options if you don't pick anything. This cheapens the gameplay aspect of Dispatch and pulls the overall experience closer to an interactive TV show rather than a cinematic video game. The overall story further reinforces this distinction. While there are choices that see you pushing major characters out of the story or pulling in new ones, these decisions don't have any dramatic ramifications. One of the biggest ramifications occurs early into dispatch. Robert is told to cut the member of the team who's lowest on the leaderboard. That details each hero's effectiveness. However, the decision of who to cut eventually comes down to two candidates. It doesn't matter how much you focus on those two characters to improve their performance, fight back against the idea of cutting anyone, or purposely sabotage other characters to worsen their overall ranking. You must always cut one of those two characters. On subsequent playthroughs, this highlights just how few narrative pathways Dispatch's story has, but even on your first playthrough, the signs that your choices are an illusion already begin to poke through. The two candidates up to be cut don't have any significant impact on the story or any major scene with Robert that might inform your leadership style or what you want to get out of them.
I have commentary about that.
Yes.
I don't know if we should save it or I'll dive into it. I'm just going to dive into it.
That's fine.
That is a not fair review, in my opinion. AdHoc is a new studio. This is not a AAA game.
Correct.
This is an indie game.
Correct.
Or it's in that vein. And they're spoiled by Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, that's true.
Where you have every choice, every option, which involves more character, like it's probably the same amount of characters, but even more characters narratively you interact with that make a difference later on in the game. This is not fair because the amount of extra work you have to put into
all those different options.
So let's just, for example, let's say, and you could cut anyone on from the team, other than maybe your primaries because you need them narratively to be around. Okay, but let's say.
So that gives you just 5 choices to cut from, basically.
Yeah. So Malevola, Sonar, Coupe. Is it Punch Up?
Punch Up, Coupe.
Who's the mud?
Golem.
Golem. And then you have Flambe.
Flambe, yes.
And then
Invisigal. But she would be
a primary.
Primary.
So there's the 7, and then you can either get, these are later options of Waterboy or Phenomenon, who you get into there. It's not really fair because that changes so much of scripting.
That's a lot of extra work.
And that's not only animation they have to do.
Yeah, it's lines of dialogue. It's different branches of the story.
The amount of extra work. So let's be fair. I would love it.
Yes.
If that was the case.
Yes.
If I could focus on a character, I think I would play through this game 50 times if that was the case. Because I would want to see everything.
All the different options. Yeah. After we beat it, we only beat it once. And then the next night I was like, oh, I'll just, hop into chapter 2 and just play that. And I was under the illusion initially that there would be more changes depending on what your dialogue was. Not to this extent, but I thought there would be more to it than there was. And then you were kind of like, well, there's probably not really that much just because there is all the extra work. And truly there wasn't. And then our problem was at the end of chapter 2, the big decision for Invisigal that you make, we made the same decision that we did the first time. So we didn't see the new potential cutscene of so either taking out Granny or taking out what's his face.
The only real thing that you'll miss or that you'll want to see is selecting Phenomenon instead of Waterboy.
Yeah, and
some of his cutscenes are hysterical.
Yeah, and you did that without me.
I will watch you play them. They're that funny. I'm not even going to spoil my favorite cutscene. I will tell you the scene is when they're deciding whether they want to cut Invisigal or not.
Oh, okay.
His scene in there is the funniest commentary I've had. I was chuckling so hard
because we have to be quiet now.
Yeah, but I was trying so hard not to crack up. All in all, I can't say it's not a fair criticism, but it's also unfair because it's so much work.
I also feel like a lot of reviewers, a lot of players are holding a lot of indie studios in higher standards than they should. Just because there have been some fantastic indie games lately, but like we've basically reiterated for the last 3 minutes, that's a lot of work.
And all this being said, this is probably one of the best video games we've ever played. It is one of the best narrative storytelling games I've ever. This is the best narrative
Yes.
storytelling game I've ever played.
Yeah.
It is one of the better video games I've played, and it was one of the best superhero stories I have seen. That includes the Marvel stuff over the past 6 years.
We talked about this as well because Eric also made the comment that like it's the best superhero thing since Infinity War. Endgame was a great movie, like a nice tie-up to everything the MCU did up until that point, and then Spider-Man Homecoming was a nice, nostalgia trip with all of the Spider-Men. But Infinity War was a much better movie overall than Endgame.
Yes.
So, like, this is the best thing since Infinity War.
Oh, and it was really good. It was really good.
Yes.
So let me get into the gameplay a little bit. They kind of talked about it, but it's very story-oriented. You're watching a lot of the game happen. You choose to turn quick time events on and off. So there are those cutscenes that we were watching that there's actually interaction to have.
Yeah, we turned that off just because we didn't
feel like
doing it because we're tired by the time we can actually play video games. More so tired than we
Though
were before.
there is deviations. If you want to see the most deviations, it's if you have those on.
Oh, okay.
Because if you mess those up, different things will happen.
That makes sense.
So one of them, I'll just spoil for it. Like if you fail the quick time event in the bathroom when you're in the bar fight, the character that you had saved will rescue you.
Oh, okay.
So the Sonar will have a line of Coke on his nose.
I love Sonar.
Out of the bathroom stall. Stuff like that you'll see different variations. That's probably where there's a lot more deviations from the main, what you've watched. But you're choosing narrative options to shape the story and or dispatching heroes in a mini game where you're trying to choose the best character for the scenario, and there's a hacking mini game, but you level up their stats so they'll perform better in those categories. And it's kind of trying to pick the right hero to do the right thing.
Yeah, there's 5 different stats.
Yep, you have your attack, your defense, or it's combat vigor, mobility, so speed, charisma for conversation, and intellect for like trying to critical thinking.
Yeah.
And every character gets superpowers that make dispatching them a little bit easier or different. So Coupe, I think Sonar or one other character can get the same attribute, but Coupe, if she fails, she can automatically reroll to see if she
Sonar does that
wins. Punch Up is he can make his own slot and automatically go with other teams.
Yeah, is that when you train with Blonde Blazer in the middle of it?
Yeah, the trainings will give them powers.
Yeah.
Choosing the right one. So Gollum will be able to clone himself.
And get better, well, not better, but a percentage of his own abilities.
Etc., etc. So every character's got their own, when you train them, they get special thing.
Cool abilities.
Yeah. So it's worth, in terms of gameplay, that there's not much other than those things.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, and then selecting what you want to answer in a conversation. And you have about 4 to 5 seconds to react to that.
And some of them are more important than others, and you don't really know which is more important in those sequences. Mm-hmm. So trying to have an idea of what's more important, it's a little bit of a gray area. There's lots of other factors that shape the story along the way. So the biggest choices really are who you decide to romance or not romance.
Yeah, you have 2 choices.
And I think you can mess up both in the end.
Probably. That would make sense.
In terms of the story, there's 7 variations of an outcome, but they're very similar to one another. It's who you pick, who you choose to cut,
who joins your team,
and who is your and who's your romance, or and if Invisigal is a villain or a hero at the end of the story. Lots of spoilers, everybody, so just sit on deep. If you want to play this game, shut off this podcast, Go play it. It's incredible. It's about 7 hours, 8 hours.
Her being a villain or not is not really a spoiler because they're all villains. They are the Z team trying to be
Yes.
rehabilitated.
Heroes.
They are part of the Phoenix program where they're being reborn as heroes.
Yes. So choosing this. That being said, though, we're gonna just talk about the game.
Yeah,
like we
we're still
always
gonna
do.
spoil it. Yeah.
So please play it. Please play this game. It's
incredible. It's so good.
And almost anybody can play this game. Mm-hmm. Really, it's not so bad.
We kind of want my mom to play it on Christmas Eve. Send
seriously,
everybody home. Here, Mom. Here's an Xbox controller.
I just want you to play it and have her watch the game.
She would love that.
It's so good.
It's very good.
So it's, in fact, the reason we're saying this is one of the best. This is story narrative at its best. The storytelling was top notch. I loved every character that you came across. Mm-hmm. They were all ridiculous. They made the one Toxic or whatever his name was.
Toxic. He was so ridiculous.
Oh my God, you despise him, but he's also ridiculous.
He's so stupid.
Shroud, the main villain, is just an evil SOB.
Very much so. And we also had the conversation of why does Matt Mercer always play the bad guy?
He is always the bad guy.
He's got that gravelly voice for it.
Yeah. The game has great twists.
Was Ben Starr in this game?
No.
No.
Everyone was Troy Baker.
Everyone was. You said that during the Game Awards too. You're like, the whole audience is Troy Baker. And he just looked at me for like 15 seconds.
It sprinkles in good romance. The humor is awesome, and it tells a we iterated this already, but Dispatch tells a compelling story that harkens back to pre-Endgame days, and I was captivated the entire time watching that game.
Yeah, we played it.
Sunk in.
We played it every other night until we made it to Chapter 7, which is that the one that ends really sadly with Trackstar?
Yes.
Yeah, and so we were both like, no, we got to play Chapter 8 tonight, and then we didn't realize that Chapter 8, the other chapters are like an hour long.
Chapter 6 is
Chapter 6, okay.
Trackstar, yep.
So all the chapters are about 45 minutes to an hour long, and then Chapter 8, the final chapter, is much closer to 2 hours, which we did not realize. So normally you have been going to bed at like 8:15. I've been going to bed at like 9:15, and we finished playing the game at 10:05.
Mm-hmm. I was very tired the next day.
We were very tired, but it was very worth it.
Oh, it was so good.
It was very good.
It's awesome.
This game is excellent, and it was only up for one award at the Game Awards.
It was the fan choice.
The fan choice.
Wuthering Waves. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, no one enjoyed that. It's
the
fine.
problem with this one is it came out so late.
It did. It's like Indiana Jones. Like Troy Baker was finally up for his voice acting for Indiana Jones, but when you're up against 3 people from Clair Obscur, and Ghost of Yotai, and Troy Baker, that was it. So
I know.
Good on Jennifer English, though.
Yeah, Jennifer English is in everything, too. She's the female Troy Baker.
There's a lot of those.
Ben Starr is, too.
Ben Starr is like the up-and-coming. It's just in everything. I was waiting for him to do something ridiculous at the Game Awards. The thumbs up. What was that game? Those 2 girls were like, we've learned in the last decade that Ben Starr will do anything for money, and then he had his reaction shot with like the thumbs up and the pain smile as my go-to reaction response to most text messages.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite hero?
Sonar.
Yeah, I guess that qualifies. Yeah, you like Sonar the most.
He's like a businessman.
It's a bat.
But he's a bat. And I was reading something about it, or it was like a quick little video about him, and they were like, we're making him super ridiculous. And then someone was just like, no, I want him to be like a straight businessman, but just happen to be a bat. Mm-hmm. Like that's all he is.
He's fantastic.
He's quite wonderful.
He's a Harvard grad.
Yes, he is a Harvard grad.
Freaking ridiculous character.
What did you mean by hero? Just like character in general, or?
Yeah, I guess that counts because in the end they're kind of heroes.
They are heroes.
Who's your favorite villain?
Villain? Probably Flambe because he's ridiculous.
Yeah, you could not the hero Flambe, but the villain Flambe.
Yes. Who's the villain?
Well, Shroud is the primary.
Yeah.
Toxic. There's all the. My favorite villain is the guy with the robot arms and the two scrawny arms.
Break his arms in the bar fight.
Yeah, he's my favorite one.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good.
Yeah, in terms of medicine, like they made Shroud a real, like they did a really good job with like, oh, this guy's a bad dude.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's fantastically horrifying.
What was your favorite chapter and why?
I'd have to look at what happened in all the chapters.
I can give you a rundown. Chapter
Okay.
1, it's obviously the prologue.
Yeah, no.
That's him going through chapter 1. Chapter 2 is
The donut shop, Granny's donut shop.
Granny's Donut Shop.
Yeah.
Yep. Chapter 3 is cutting somebody from the team.
Okay. Chapter 4 is the fallout of that, is that? I don't know.
So chapter 4 is then. So chapter 4
You
is
looked at me while I was just struggling and didn't bother to help.
4 or 5 is the bar fight. No, chapter 4 is the romance part, the first romance. So at the end, you either can go to the movie.
Oh yeah,
and they're
or go
working
out to dinner with Blonde Blazer.
with
Yeah.
Blonde Blazer, yep. And then chapter 5 is the bar.
Yeah.
Chapter 6
is
Chase.
Yeah, Chase.
The chase, and then the warehouse of looking for the pulse.
Yes.
Chapter 7 is your fallout in between, and then when Shroud finds you.
Yes. And then chapter 8's the big
Finale.
Probably chapter 5, because that bar fight is a lot of fun and it kind of brings the whole team together on your side. Mm-hmm. Also, my favorite gag, which I believe is chapter 7, is that Invisigal does the whole invite to Robert's quote-unquote housewarming party where they're trying to figure out how to get the pulse back from...
Chapter 6, yeah.
Is that chapter 6?
That was Chase.
Oh, yeah, that is Chase, sorry. And she told them, like, it's a or a housewarming party and to bring a lamp or something. And every single person comes with a different kind of lamp. It's so stupid and so subtle. And they're all completely different kinds of lamps. Like, one of them's, like, a standing lamp. Malevola brings a chandelier for some reason.
Yeah.
Waterboy brings a lava lamp.
Malevola is essentially like a demon or a tiefling with a tail.
Yes.
Yeah, so devil horns, red. Look, it's literally Karlach, but...
Yes, there was an interview, I think it was in PC Gamer or Game Informer, where they're like, yeah, we had been designing her for years, and then Baldur's Gate 3 came out, and they're like, oh no. Oh no. Everybody's just going to think we copied. So, yeah, they did not, but I did think that when she showed up, I'm like, oh, it's that chick from Baldur's Gate 3.
If you could change anything, what would you have changed? I'm going to caveat, because we talked about it already. You can't rewrite, like, because we all want the game to have more options. Right?
No, that wouldn't be one of my things.
So if you could change anything, what would you change?
My stupidity when it comes to video games, because it took me until about chapter 7 to finally figure out the selecting controls in the dispatch minigame. Half the time I couldn't tell what I had selected to start, or like when I finished dispatching someone, I could never quite tell where the selection went to after that.
Got it.
That's how I missed a handful of dispatching options every time. The other problem was the mini games, like the hacking mini games.
Yes.
Those were too hard for me towards the end. Because, again, I'm bad at video games.
I was able to do them the second time through. We were really overthinking them.
I think, yeah, that was my thought as well.
It was also 10 o'clock, getting close to 10, because that was the 2-hour session for the last set of mini games.
Was that where I failed? Yes. Yeah, I failed
did them. They're not, I was like, oh, these aren't.
Yep.
But I went through, but I also was, middle of the day while our kid is
not
napping,
the end of the
while
night.
both our children are on quiet time. Yeah.
Yeah, because you go in and you hack, and it's just like an up, down, left, right kind of thing, and then simple button pushing, and then they make it a little bit harder where it's timed, so you have to do it in a certain amount of time and get the data files in like 3 different spots or whatever.
There was one I couldn't figure out, though. There was one I literally couldn't do it, and I don't know what it was. You go back and forth in a single row, and something appears, but nothing else happens after that.
Oh, interesting.
So I have no idea. I was like, I don't know what to do. And then just time ran out and I was just lost. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. And then they up it where there's antivirus things where if you get close enough to them, they start chasing you. And then they up it again where you have to get electricity to power things. And then you can also get electricity to
zap them.
To zap the antivirus things. And in the end, one of the last ones is like you have to get the electricity. You've got the antivirus chasing you. You're timed. Like it was too much for me at the end of the night after caring for children all day.
Yeah, it would have been better like if you had time to play in the morning.
Either time to play in the morning or not have it timed and let me be able to kind of sneak my way through the antivirus. Like, I get why they did it that way. Mm-hmm. I would just make it more idiot-proof for the tired parent.
Yeah. I found using the D-pad was easier, too.
I'm sure.
Rather than... You needed to pull the power, you needed the joystick. For everything else, the D-pad worked just fine.
Yeah, because a lot of what would happen to me, because I could tell you were getting frustrated in one of the nights, not the final night, but maybe the night before in Chapter 7, the drift kept happening where I would be selected and then I'd go to do it and it would like go back one or I'd go too far and you're like, no, you went too far. And I'm like, I know I didn't do it on purpose. Freaking drifting. So, yeah, that's what I would change.
How many seasons do you want?
15.
Because they're working on something else with Critical Role, and I'm assuming it's a D&D. Probably. That would be my guess. But I think they are going to come back to Dispatch. It sounds like they want to, based off the success. The Metacritic reviews were good. Pretty good. The Steam reviews are at like 97-98% for this game. So it's killing it. It's like 97 over 100,000 reviews. Yeah. That's really a lot of positive.
I would take a second season. I would take a third season too. I wouldn't get too greedy about it.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
Because, I mean, if they, after that...
Yeah. Well, it would be, I would also take, if they actually did take the time and give you more options in season 1. So, like, you could replay season 1 and have a third romance option.
Different things happen, yeah.
Different things happen. And that it would carry through into the second season. I would that would be appreciated, but that's kind of greedy. But that would be really cool.
Yeah, if they went back and did that, that'd be cool.
What's your score?
Hold on, I gotta add it to our total thing. I'm not gonna deviate from what I spoiled in our car conversation. It's a 10 for me.
Yeah. All in all.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I think it was a good way to kind of segue back into playing games at night after having a second child.
It was really nice.
Like, you still had to think, but it was mostly like watching something, and it's
pretty much watching a TV show.
Highly entertaining, a little bit interactive. Mm-hmm. Is that you making noises?
Oh, I touched the napkin.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. I thought someone was. There's a lot of monitors on our table now for children. But yeah, it was just highly entertaining. The frustrations were, my own idiocy when it came to the game. It was just a really good story. I liked all the characters.
It was hysterical.
It was really funny.
Jenny was laughing. I was generally crying when Chase.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I also enjoyed that it was Jeffrey Wright playing Chase, and then he was also at the Game Awards. Mm-hmm. I kept being like, I can never remember that actor's name, and I feel really bad. I'm just always like, he's Felix in Casino Royale.
It was good. It was fun watching.
The movie came out so long ago.
Everyone, I just like how everyone liked. He's like Last of Us Part 2, and everyone's like, "Yay!" And then and then I was in Dispatch. Yeah,
yeah, because he was in season 2 of the Last of Us, which I watched 2 episodes of, and then I'm like, all right, watch Joel get brutally murdered again. Cool.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't change anything else, so I don't need to be frustrated by the storytelling again. I already sat through it once, so yeah, it's a 10.
I will concur.
Ooh.
I'll give it a 10. I was debating between a 9.5 and a 10, and if I was comparing it to Baldur's Gate 3, it would be a 9.5. But I'm not. It's its own game. and they did a phenomenal job. And it's unfair to compare any game to Baldur's Gate 3. Larian Studios are psychopaths.
My TikTok feed has been like people reacting
To
Divinity. Everybody's like, what? This trailer is awful. What are they doing? And then they're like, oh my God, it's Divinity. Like, fully sold at that point.
Yeah. So Larian has definitely built up a reputation. Like, literally, I was like, every comment on every video is, well, there's Game of the Year for whatever year this comes out.
Yeah, all the comments on those TikToks have been Larian Studios is off the WotC leash so they can bring out their little freak.
Yeah. And they do some freak in their games, so...
That trailer was a lot.
Yeah, Divinity's dark.
I can gather that from that.
I played Divinity 2. I played some of Divinity 1. I played through Divinity 2. So I'm excited about D3. Diablo 3. But it's not. It's Divinity 3. I'm so excited. But Dispatch on its own is incredible. The team at AdHoc, Critical Role, 10 out of 10.
Kudos.
Guys. Yeah, seriously, I will love to see a season. I would love a season 2. I would just love a season 2.
Yeah.
Even if it's not focused on... No, I'd still want Mecha Man, I think, for another season.
Yeah, you could do another season, and then if they did a third season, you could pivot to...
a different character.
Someone else.
Or utilize him, still utilize him, but have a more heavy role with somebody else. But it was so cool. But they could do new games for like new mini games for dispatching. You could even add... I don't know. They could do other stuff.
They could do other mini games. They could branch out. Then they don't even have to be anything complicated. Can I also just say that Waterboy is literally just Moist from Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
Uh-huh.
I just need to throw that out there to our
He was
12
the one
listeners.
they found like just a YouTuber for, right? I think that voice actor for Waterboy was just a...
He is, yes.
Just a YouTuber.
Yep. He was. And then Coupe got the part, that voice actors got that part, and then applied to be a writer as well, so she was also a writer on it. Mm-hmm. And then Alana Pierce.
Formula IGN does her own thing now.
Yeah, does her own thing now. And then you had Laura Bailey.
Matt Mercer. Yeah, Aaron, the main character was
Aaron Yvette,
yeah.
She's, who am I? I just went completely blank.
No, I was thinking of the
Do I need to
Robert Robertson.
Aaron Paul.
Aaron Paul. Yeah.
Aaron Yvette is she's. Why do I keep wanting to say she's Samus?
Blonde Blazer?
No, Aaron Yvette. Hold on, we're gonna look this up.
I don't know who that is.
American voice actress. Let's see. Click.
Oh, you're going into her.
I am going into her thing. She's in Fortnite, Tales from the Borderlands. Things are not... She's Blonde Blazer.
That's what I said.
Yeah, she's Dora and Skilla.
Oh, that's funny.
And Hades, too. Armored Core 6. Let's see. Yeah, she's Samus in Metroid Prime 4.
Okay.
Yeah, Outer Worlds 2.
So she's...
Borderlands
she's
4. Dune Awakening.
I mean,
Avowed.
So AdHoc got a really good team because Telltale was a really big company. So they had the guys that went over there obviously had some street cred to get some pretty big names.
Street cred. Brilliant.
They did though, right?
They did.
They
yeah.
Some really good
names.
Yeah. And truly, this is absolutely worth your time. Whether you pay the $30 or you get a sale on it, it's worth it no matter what you do. You're bare minimum going to get like 8 hours out of it.
Yeah.
And you want to sit through, you want to watch it, and it was just one of the best superhero stories I've had.
Yes. So quickly, our last agreed upon 10 out of 10 was Alan Wake 2.
Okay.
And then our other 10 out of 10s, yours was Hollow Knight.
Okay.
Yours was Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first one.
The first one, yep.
The demo as well, which doesn't really count.
Nope.
And then Breath of the Wild for both of us.
So that was our other agreement. So
I've
had more 10s than you.
Yes. I should highlight my 9.5s because there's, let's see, 9.5 is Super Mario 64. We both gave it a 9 out of 5. 9.5.
Do a little green highlight for the 9.5s.
Okay, we'll do greens. Green. Oh, that did not change. Okay, 9.5 for Super Mario 64.
Yeah, okay. That's
Demon Souls on the PS5, you gave it. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, you gave it a 9 out of 5.
that was a really good game. We played some good games.
I gave Diablo 3 9.5.
Ooh, what did I give it?
A 9.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then, let's see. I'm just looking at my 9.5s. I gave Dredge a 9.5. Death's Door a 9.5. The Alan Wake 2 Night Springs DLC, we gave it a 9.5 just because it wasn't long enough for us.
Yes.
Astrobot was a 9.5. It Takes Two was a 9.5. And that's it. So I'm always like right on that cusp, but doing a 10 out of 10, it's high praise coming from me, a random video gamer.
It was worth it. It was fun watching you play the game too. I'm glad you stuck into it and got to play it. And
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun watching you play it. We didn't have a whole ton. We're at home, but we're busy.
Yeah, when there's a 4-year-old as well as a newborn, there's a lot less downtime.
Yeah, and a lot less downtime.
Yeah.
We had to struggle to get this session.
She did not want to fall asleep.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's bedtime.
It is bedtime. You can go to bed after this.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll brush my teeth and do my thing. Like we said, we are going to do our
end of year roundup.
If you have anything you want us to talk about, we're going to talk about the Game Awards, the games that we played this year, and what we're looking forward to.
I know I'm gonna have to have some stuff pulled up for that for
There's
next year.
a lot more games they announced that I'm pretty excited about, so that'll help a lot from the Game Awards.
Yeah, because I was looking earlier when you're like, oh, I have some ideas for like non-video game podcasts we can do discussing video games, and you're like, look at what's coming out, and I'm like, not much that I care to play, but a lot of stuff doesn't have dates yet because of Grand Theft Auto 6.
That's in November next year.
Yeah, so I'm sure we'll get some more now.
Thanksgiving break's gonna be wild.
Woo! Hooray!
Hooray!
Yay!
All right, we're at Gaming Marriage, gamingmarriage@gmail.com. If you have a game you'd like us to play, hopefully a easy to play like this one.
Not Hollow Knight Silksong or anything that
I'm
difficult.
sorry, not gonna finish Silksong, everybody. I gave up. It's too hard.
It looks too hard.
It's not any more difficult than Hollow Knight, but dying is a lot more punishing than in this one. You have to work your way through a lot more area to get back to where you were than you did in Hollow Knight, and I just don't have the patience like I used to do stuff like that. Hollow Knight I loved. I played the life out of that game.
Well, it's funny because, and we've talked about this before, we tried Hollow Knight prior to when we fell in love with it, when you fell in love with it, and we did not like it. Like, we bought it for the Switch, and you were like, no, I'm not playing this. And then you came back to it a year or two later and played the crap out of it.
And I loved it.
Yes.
And I really like Silksong's gameplay, but the death is so punishing that I felt mentally exhausted. I just was mentally exhausted by like the 10th time dying in the same spot.
Trying to get that one bench.
Trying to unlock a bench or trying to do something. And I'm stubborn, so I can't not do the task in front of me. I can't go somewhere else. I cannot. Yep. I'm not the gamer that can do that. So it's an optional bench, but you need as many benches as you can freaking have in that game.
The benches seem few and far between in that game, and I think that's an issue for how we game nowadays.
Yeah, I need somewhere. I need an easier pathway. And again, I'm not knocking the game because it's very well done. It deserves all the praise it can get. But the reason a lot of people will be mad at it, I say that it's not Game of the Year material, is because of how punishing it is for players. It's too difficult to be a Game of the Year. Claire Obscure, you can make it more difficult, but it was... the story mode made it so that's how we finished it. I was not going to finish it without story mode.
Yeah, because we can't game like we used to.
No.
I think if we could, the regular would have
Would
been fine.
Yes.
But
with 2 kids, it's not working. 2 kids at the age that they're at, it does not work out
Mm-hmm.
that way.
yeah.
So that's all I got, everybody. We'll talk actually more about that stuff later on. But play Dispatch. Please do yourself
Please,
a favor.
it's wonderful.
And anybody can play it. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Anybody can sit down and play. If you fail, you can fail your way through the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the mini games, they're irrelevant. You can fail the whole thing. It won't change the story.
That makes sense.
Which is kind of a bummer, but at the same time, it doesn't actually really change the story that much. Your decisions about what you do with Invisigal and or Blonde Blazer are more important. Like the select to do something cutscene is more important than the actual dispatching minigame. So if you fail at that or not very good at it, it's irrelevant at the end of the day. Changes a few small things, but the ending outcome still comes through. So someone actually played the game by setting the controller down and just watching. They didn't touch anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I should have said this earlier, I do agree with the criticism that he can't remain silent. That did bother me a little bit because the Telltale games you could remain silent.
Yeah.
And it added a depth to the character because not saying something is sometimes prudent in situations.
That is true. Yeah, a lot of his comments or responses were bathed in sarcasm, whereas, like, if you could have just stayed silent instead of saying something sarcastic, you probably would have. But whatever. I didn't make the game, and I still gave it a 10 out of 10. So it's not really a complaint.
No, it's just I think that was one of the only of his criticisms in that negative.
Yeah.
That was that. That's what I want to say. All right, I'm gonna stop talking, or I'll keep talking about this forever.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.